Hi, I'm Zana. On the 17th of October, I got diagnosed with autism. I am almost 54 years old and I finally got that diagnosis. And I want to share a little bit with you while I share what I have gotten for myself, because I need to ground. And it's something that I've done for many years and haven't done for a couple of years. So I've gone right back to it as a source of comfort. And super chunky yarn, super huge number 12 knitting needles. Yeah. I kind of got this diagnosis. I was pursuing this for 2.5 years. And I've even, at some point, started freaking out when it came down to the end that week of the 17th. I thought that the assessors wouldn't even listen to me. And I will get into that at another time about how that went and stuff. But I had finally gotten the diagnosis, and there are going to be people out there that may ask, and they have been, by the way, like, why do you need that? Oh, but you're still you. And oh, there are other people that were really happy and all that sort of thing. But I need it because I needed to explain a whole lot of things that I do, a whole lot of things I don't understand, or ways that I cope with the world or not cope. I've always wondered why I can't be normal, whatever normal is. Why can't be like everybody else? And I couldn't understand that, but it isn't that. It was something I needed to understand. It's me. And not only that, I realized that as I got older in life, I was not able to put up this big front that I had put up for all this long time, all through school, all through life, growing up, and family life. Friends, church, all the things. And I've realized now I can't tolerate a lot of things that I used to just take in and then melt down over afterwards and not even know why I was melting down. Now that mask is really, really coming down, and that is why I'm doing this, because I'm in such a small percentage of people in the world that have been able to get a diagnosis at this age, and even more so, being the color that I am, being the ethnicity that I am, being a Caribbean woman, a Barbadian Vinci heritage, born in the UK, but yeah, I'm in such a small percentage. And I really want to share my story, because when I was looking online to see if there was anybody else like me, I'm not really seeing anybody else, really. Not really at all. Definitely, I haven't come across any Bajans or Vincies. Not many Caribbean people, probably one, I don't know. So why not represent? So this made me smile. It is called Hug It Out. I got this from Hobbycraft. I like to go in there sometimes and just look around, because I like anything, because I do beadwork, I create jewelry, anything that has to do with making something. I like drawing and stuff. I definitely enjoy doing crochet, or knitting is a more recent thing, but definitely crochet I loved. But since I couldn't find the biggest crochet needle, I thought I'd do the knitting. If not, I would do hand crochet or hand knitting, whatever you call it. But and you'll see here as well, I created these recently and they've come in really handy for stimming. And I've become more okay with myself in stimming in public. It's so weird because I normally talk, about other things. Like I do chronic illness advocacy. I advocate for things regarding Barbados, showing people where they can find more information about Barbados and all. I can talk about all that because I do one of my AuDHD things, in that I super hyper focus on research, and yeah, I do that. But me just talking about myself is very hard. But I need to do this. So yeah, let me take this out. This is one of my favorite patterns. So this is a bag that I carry around with me everywhere just in case. But I'm gonna change the bag because I like to carry this specific bag around with me just in case. And the yarn I was gonna get was like this, but it doesn't match anything, and this needs to be able to match with my decor. If not, no, that would put me right off. But yeah. But let me know if you can even begin to relate with me. First of all, are you diagnosed with autism? I'm diagnosed, but I am looking into the ADHD side of things. That will be next year, and I spoke with my psychiatrist about that. He said definitely, because it came up in my assessment briefly for autism, and I asked him, do you think I see? Yeah, 100%. And thankfully I've had my doctors for 3 or more years now, so they definitely know me well. And I see them often enough for them to know my ups and downs, for them to know that. So yeah, so I'm gonna look into that. He said definitely you are a crossover of the two. So I do not know where I was going with that, but probably what I was going to say is, if you can relate to anything that is going on right now with me needing to be in this small space and how this makes me comfortable, me liking certain colors or certain ways of like patterns, being really offset if things are a different way, and not being able to function. Even the stand that my phone is on, my phone is white, my stand is off white as well, just like everything matches. The other colors outside of that tend to be like purple and teal, and then I like patterns like this or like the leopard prints, but other than that, yeah. And do you stim? Did you get diagnosed late? Do you tend to repeat things that happened to me earlier? And I find that instead of excusing myself, I just allow myself to go through it. It has been hard, but I'm learning to become more accustomed to that. And yeah, let me know below. Are you a Caribbean woman? You don't have to be a Caribbean woman. You just have to be a person that can appreciate any of this, or if you want to learn. All right, so I'm Zana. This is my new channel, and I think at least every week you're going to see something from me, and this is the format that it's going to be in. I'll teach you something sometimes. I'll just show you what's going on with me sometimes, and I would love the interaction, really appreciate the interaction. That would be awesome. Anyway, hear you in the next video.